Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode 29 of my single player Tiveden world. Hope you guys are going awesomely well. It's been a little while since I've put together a Tiveden video. I haven't really had too many videos on my channel recently, and that's because I've had this nasty cough flu thing. And yeah, I just haven't been able to speak for more than a few minutes without coughing my lungs out, so... sounds lovely, doesn't it? But yeah, pretty much over that now, so thought why not, let's have a go at creating ourselves a Tiveden video. And I have worked on this area. Ooh, there we go, got our beacon powers going on. Should have some fireworks here. There we go. So pretty. So, I have worked on this area since the last episode a little bit, and yeah, I thought I'll show you guys a bit of the progress update on how this has been going. And I did get rid of this trapdoor. That's probably the first thing you'll notice here. I replaced that with just these two blocks that retract, and that allows me to fall down. So let's go down and take a look and see if you guys can notice anything different. Alrighty, notice anything? Okay, these walls, I totally redid the walls, making them all uneven and broken down, and yeah, trying to make it look a bit more, I don't know, natural is the word, but a bit more mysterious. How about we go with that? So that's the kind of look I was going for in here. Everything nice and mouldy and green looking, and I will put some vines in the walls, and I think that will make this area look a little bit more eerie as well. So yeah, I've got little pockets of grass around the place, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put on this section here. I did smooth this out, maybe some kind of pixel art. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I have worked on this area and pretty happy with the overall look now. And I did move these, the levers to control these beacons, turning these on or off, back a little bit more again. I kept trying to move these to get the right look I was going for, and I'm pretty happy with the look now. And yeah, basically, as we talked about in the last episode, I can basically toggle all these levers to turn off individual beacons here, and yeah, it works pretty well. And all these things will be toggleable by just switching these levers, so pretty happy with the overall look. And I can turn these beacons on or off during the day just by toggling this clock lever just here. Now, out the back, I did work on the redstone a little bit more, made it a little bit more cleaner and a little bit nicer. And yeah, let's jump up the top here, because I did work up the top here a little bit as well. This should look a little bit cleaner now, and nothing really has changed in terms of the way I turn on or off the beacons. So I basically send different redstone to pistons, which either push or retract. Just block here, I've just got cobblestone here to block the light or the beacon light to turn these things on or off. And yeah, I've just got all this redstone all nice and cleaned up, coming from the different lines of redstone from the levers. So yeah, I'd made this a little bit nice to look at, and yeah, the practical side of things is still exactly the same, but yeah, pretty happy with, whoa, stuck on a block. But yeah, pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Now inside here is a little contraption thing. Can I get through? Yep. Is something that I worked on to sync up the fireworks with turning on the beacons. And all I have here is, let's see if we can get out of here without drowning. All I did is hook up a daylight sensor just down the bottom here, which runs into power some redstone, which is just these two bits just here. And because it's traveling through water, the light level changes not quite at the same level or the same time as the standard daylight sensor I've got on the top of this building. So to sync it up with turning on the beacons, I just hooked up this simple hopper design where I move items from one hopper to the next. And when all the items have been moved, this little comparator turns on, and that's how I can sync up yeah, the turning on the beacons with the fireworks. And I can put in any number of items in here to get a variable length delay. So yeah, this works pretty well. Pretty happy with the way it's turned out. It's functional, and yeah, it's reasonably concealed. I could probably move this back one, but yeah, it looks alright. So what I think I'll do in this episode is first of all just work on this downstairs section a little bit more. I'm thinking of putting dirt around the base here, basically putting grass along where these pillars of levers are. So basically getting rid of all this stone here, and yeah, putting down some dirt, and yeah, let's see what this looks like when it's a bit more green around this section. And I'm not going to put the water down just yet, because what I am keen to do is get some of those new, is it the sea lantern blocks? Not sure. The new blocks in 1.8 where It's like the blue version or the dark green version of the glowstone. Because I think that looked pretty cool to have that in the water down the bottom here somewhere. And that should allow me to remove some of the torches and, yeah, fill in this whole section here with water with basically, yeah, some lights coming out through the water. So that's the plan. And I think this section will look a bit nicer with a bit more green up here. So I'm going to replace all this with dirt and put down some grass and let it grow, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like with some grass around the place now, and I think it adds a bit more character to the levers, and makes it, I guess, more inviting. You want to go over here and check these things out and play with the levers, turn them on and off. Of course you do. And I think this place will look interesting, to say the least. Oh, golden chest plate, undamaged. Did I kill something? I don't remember killing something. Not sure where that came from. Anyway, I'll take it. And yeah, so I think this place will look interesting when I've got water in here. Pretty much flood this whole area. Thinking of having the water at this height level, so the water will be just there. And yeah, interested to see what that will look like. Now, one thing I did want to work on here is a little exit way. So I've got this little side exit, which I had from the original pyramid design down here, which is just these stairs here, and it takes you up. It comes out this little contraption just here, which is behind the waterfall. And I'm thinking of basically getting rid of this little sneaky exit there and probably putting it down here, because this seems to be the logical place to put it. It seems to be, I don't know, it seems to, I think it will look okay if I put it here, basically. It seems to have a natural little pathway just here. So what I need to do is just figure out how far I need to go. So what are we going in? We're going X, so 244 is where we need to go. So let's see how far that takes us. Another 3 blocks, eh? There we go. Then we hook a hard right here, or hard left rather. Ooh, why can't I see anything? I need some torches. There we go. So we should just pop out here somewhere. There we go. Could be interesting at this height level. What should we put down here? Let's put down some mossy, because it's going to be exposed just here anyway. And what else? What else do I want to put down here? Maybe it's just some cobblestone, shall we? Make it a bit more rough and tough. Get rid of this stair. This one? Yep, this one. Oops, and still one more stair. And why not go one more mossy? There we go. Tell you what, since it's so easy to make these blocks, I'm using them a lot more. Didn't really use them at all before, but now, yep, I like to use them all the time. So let's replace all this with dirt. It will eventually. Yeah, let's do this part as well. Maybe stopping there. We'll see. This will eventually fill out with grass, well, hopefully. Maybe if I put down another torch down here, it will. And should I close that area up? Let's take a look. What does it look like from this side? Yep, looks pretty ugly. All right, so let's do something like that, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll leave that block there exposed because it adds a bit more. You can see something there, and it's like, what is that? So adds to the interesting factor, I guess, of this area. So what I thought I would show you guys is where I go and get my vines, because I don't know if I've showed this before, but let's just put down a couple. Eventually I want to put quite a few vines along here, and I might even replace these ladders here with vines at some point. Yeah, because I think vines add character. Vines look good on anything, really. And yeah, I'm pretty interested to see what this place will look like with some vines growing around the place. I don't want to go too crazy with vines because that will just make it a nightmare to clean up and maintain. But I guess this could be another area where I could harvest the vines. Didn't really think of that. I'll have to think about that. Maybe that could be a practical use for this area besides just turning the beacons on and off. But yeah, I want to show you guys where I go get my vines from. So let's go take a look. See if I can remember. Yep, here's my new path. Let's get out of here, and I'll show you guys where I have my vines. So it's just down around by my triple mob spawner. So I've just got to cruise down this way, go down here. Hopefully there isn't a chance. There's a couple of blocks here where the light level goes down to 7. So there is a chance that a mob will spawn just here somewhere. It's happened before. I'm sure it'll happen again. But yeah, I always have to keep my wits about me when I turn that corner, because who knows, there might be a creeper there one day. But yeah, this is this little room that I created just to harvest some vines. And yeah, with the 1.8 update, with joining vines with cobblestone and the stone brick to make the moss stone and the mossy stone brick, yeah, the vines are a lot more, to me anyway, they seem to be more important to have, and you need a space to harvest them. So this is a little room that I use to harvest or to grow out and chop down the vines. And I did add the dark stained, I think it's stained. The dark green clay blocks behind the vines. I think it adds to the green look of this room. I put this little head thing. Not sure what this thing is called, but yeah, just add something to this room. And there's a couple of chests in here. So there's a chest, double chest on top, and then if I can get it just right, there's a. Can I get it? There we go. There's a single chest beneath, so I can fit double chest and a single chest in here. I could probably, in fact, I could make this bottom chest a triple chest, double chest. Could I? Yeah, I could, because oh no, it'll be exposed down this block here. Alright, can't do that. But anyway, yeah, I can get, this is where I store my stuff, so I've got some vines already cut down, and yeah, you just join the vines now with your stone and your stone brick, and that's how you create those mossy blocks. And I've also got some extra vines growing along the walls just down here, just a bit of extra growing room, because yeah, I go through quite a lot of the vines now that I'm using a lot of that mossy stone stuff, so yeah, I really like the look of those blocks. Alrighty, so I thought we could work on this waterfall here just a little bit. Just not happy with the way it's looking at the moment, because I basically extended the waterfall down when it was just this little pond here before, and I think with this pond section here now, with the full waterfall, it just doesn't look quite right. So I'm thinking of just capping it off. Whereabouts? Just here somewhere? How will that look? It's not too bad. What about... Do I want to use mossy? Don't want to overuse... don't want to go too crazy using these blocks, because it will just look like it's overused, but something like... yeah, we'll leave it like that. Something like that might look okay. I think this would look better if it was a grass block with some tall grass growing on it, perhaps. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Bone meal. There we go. Maybe something like that. And I think this section here I will just fill in. What do you think? Just fill it in? Maybe. I'm not really happy with the way the path here integrates down and turns right to go down this way. It just kind of looks squeezed in, and I don't really have enough room. I think that's the main part here. I just don't quite have enough room with this house here and with the bakery just here to squeeze the path down and make the transition nice. So not sure what I'm going to do. I might actually rebuild this bakery here at some point. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty stock standard kind of bakery. Creeper face on the walls, you know, as you do with a bakery. But yeah, it might look better if I just redesign this a little bit, and that might give me a bit more room to play with this path. So what I could probably do is have the path start the descent a little bit earlier. So maybe these blocks here could be down, so basically this section here could be a couple, oops, could be a couple extra blocks down, and I could move this path this way a little bit. Maybe something like that. But yeah, I think that will look a bit strange by having the bakery sort of going beyond where the path starts to go downwards. So I'll have to think about that. But for now, I think we'll just fill in this section, and yeah, I'll probably have to just think of a design that's going to work for both the bakery and for the path, so I'll have to think about that, but that can wait for another time. Now, something has happened since, quite a tragedy. It really is a tragedy. Whoa. What was that? Oh, there you are. Oh, you coming after me? You are stuck, aren't you? You can't get out of there. Take that. I don't know how he spawned. He could have spawned. That is a witch. Is that witch coming after me? Oh, yes she is. I'm going to get poisoned, aren't I? I know I'm going to get poisoned. Where is she? Is Did she drop anything useful? Spider eyes. Well, they aren't that useful. And I quite have a... In fact, I don't have a lot of those. So maybe I should pick these up. What can I throw out? Let's throw out seeds. I've got oodles of seeds. I'm sure you guys do as well. That's one thing you just... Once you start having some farms, my goodness, you have seeds. Whoa! Okay, I probably should light up this area a bit more. But, I don't know, maybe that adds to the danger of this section. As long as it doesn't blow up my lever design here, that's the... Whoa! Okay, there's more mobs. Take that. What'd you drop? Nothing. Okay, so what? Anything else in here going to try and kill me? I need to replace this... Oh, item frame dropped off as well. I knew that's where my chest place came from that I found before, but yeah, now I've lost my item frame, so... And I don't think I've got any more item frames. Let's take a quick look. I do, actually. Okay. So, let's put this back. Got to know which of these levers does what. Can't have my resistance. I think it was resistance. I'm pretty sure this one's resistance. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Now I know exactly which ones does what. Okay, so what I wanted to do in the rest of this episode is to get started on a rail network for villages, and I'll show you why. As I was saying before, I got distracted with the spider. There is a... Well, there was a disaster. Yep, quite tragic. I lost some villagers in here. There's only one villager, I think, left. Don't know where the villager is. Likes this one. Nope, not there. Where are you, villager? Don't tell me I've lost the other one as well. Might have. Nope, no villager. Still no villager? Where are you, villager? I don't hear him. Okay, maybe I've lost all my villagers. Oh, there we go. Where are you? There you are! Haha! You still got the zombie trade? You do. It's not the zombie trade. Rotten flesh trade. It's not the perfect trade. It's got yeah, you can do a better deal for that. But I still got this one cleric in here, and I need at least one more villager in here to get the population regrowing. And I do need to get a farmer in here. Look at these crops; they all need to be taken care of. So I do need to try and get a farmer villager. And I think one way to get villagers. So I used to just create a minecart track on the surface from my desert little village, which is just over there, to bring the villagers over here, but I think I can do something a bit more creative, and perhaps what we could do is, because nothing seems to use, is it this one? There's one of these houses that the villagers don't seem to use too much. So I was thinking of putting in some kind of minecart track that comes underground and then can either just cart a villager up to the surface here, which, oops, keep destroying random grass blocks. But yeah, yeah, trying to get some kind of transport system for villagers so I can easily replace them when little disasters like this happens. One problem I'm going to have is there isn't a lot of space beneath here, so what I have here is a lot of this has been hollowed out, and yeah, so maybe along this section, but I think, I'm not sure exactly where the building is. It's going to be probably around here though, I think. That particular building that we just looked at is probably right above me here, so that's not going to work unless I fill in this area, which I don't plan on doing because I like having this water section underneath. Kind of adds a bit more of a spooky feeling to the place. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing something like that, having some kind of a minecart system that can go underneath this village, and then maybe use something like a slime block to push the villager up. That could be interesting. Maybe some kind of trapdoor system where I could push up the villager, and yeah, that's why they could get onto the surface here. I have to think about that. But for now, what I'm going to do is try and figure out what's the best way to get the minecart track near here, and then yeah, we'll start trying to integrate it with our little sand village, our desert village, which is just over here. So I thought before we go ahead and build ourselves the minecart contraption in my Tiveden world, we'll just jump into a creative world here and do a bit of experiment with our villagers here and see how we go with transporting them with minecarts and with slime blocks. And unfortunately the design doesn't seem to be too consistent, so this flat area here is basically where my little village is, and I just wanted to have a 1 block spot where the villager can come up and then stand on the surface here. So if I just get ourselves, oops, let's not do that, let's do this, get ourselves a villager in a minecart. So this could be coming from our sand village, and you can see, there you go, works perfectly. The villager comes up, rests on the surface here, and I could come along and just destroy the minecart, and there we go, we've got ourselves a villager. But it's just not a consistent design. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So let's see if we can get it to break here. So that time it worked. Sorry, villager. That was 2 farmers in a row. That was pretty impressive. Let's try again, shall we? Let's see if this time it doesn't work. See, there we go. Sometimes the villager seems to hit its head, perhaps on a block just here, so it's hard to know. I mean, it's just not consistent. I've got all these powered rails along here to make sure the speed is consistent, and you can see then it just didn't work again. But yeah, sometimes the villager just won't go up and through this one hole, so I'm not sure if I'll use this design, but I thought I'd show you guys anyway, because yeah, I thought this could be a pretty cool concept, because it's a relatively small spot here where I could have the villager travelling vertically, and I don't have a lot of space beneath that village, but yeah, I'm not sure if I can go with this design. You could probably have like a 3x3 section here, perhaps, for the slime blocks to make it a larger area for the villager to come up with, but I don't really have that much space on top of my island, so I'll have to think of another design. I might go with the standard kind of minecart design I use in my sand village already, so... Anyway, I thought I'd show you guys this, and that's probably going to be it for this episode. I'm going to probably work on this kind of contraption in my real world between now and the next episode, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the episode, and yeah, if you want to know what's going on with me if I'm not posting videos, I do have a Twitter. It's just at stormfrenzy. I typically post on there if things are going to be delayed, and yeah, so you would have seen on there that I've been coughing my guts out recently, so that's the reason for the lack of videos. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, see you guys. Cheers.